Big thanks to Bernhard for sponsoring this episode.
Hey guys, today we're making something special. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time and now it's going to actually happen. We're taking these baby back ribs, but not just any baby back ribs. Look at how thick they are and how much meat's on them. They're perfect as they are, but we're going to make them even better because we are going to marinate them in limoncello. That's why I'm totally in the mood. I'm in the summer spirit. I wore this shirt especially for the limoncello episode.
These look insanely big.
They're thick.
That's sick.
But this is going to be a dangerous episode.
Yeah, I already figured it out.
And Morris and I, we have to admit, we don't perform better with alcohol.
No. I consider our workflow an A+.
Yeah, but we are laid back as we are. We're already chilled. Add alcohol to the mix.
It's a D-.
It doesn't get better.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you want me to pour? All right.
Well, it's your bottle.
That's true.
Limoncello.
Cheers, buddy.
Allora.
Allora?
But it's just a cool word.
This stuff's so good. It's so good.
But it
so
tastes
sweet.
like lemonade. It's sweet. It's not too strong. It's a little bit licorice, a little bit thick.
Yeah.
Thick as the ribs, because we got the most beautiful thick ribs you can have. This is for hungry people. Normally you would get this little piece and now you're getting this piece on top. That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of loin, a lot of fat. And what we're going to do is we're going to marinate these ribs with our limoncello.
Scusi. I'm going back to the camera.
This is going to be a fun episode. Woo! For this recipe we're going to be needing 2 bottles of limoncello. We're going to put our ribs in a tray. We're going to add the limoncello, and of course we need salt to make sure that we have the osmosis effect to draw all of that flavor into the ribs. Then we're going to set this in the fridge for at least 2 hours, but if you want to do it right, put them in for 6 hours. Our ribs brined for 2 hours. I'm so curious as to learn how the flavor profile turned out, but they definitely look and smell amazing. And the color changed to a darker red. You can definitely see it on this one. It's like a more profound dark red meat color. Now we gotta dry them up. Make sure we get the excess out of it. We don't want them completely dry because if there's a little bit of flavor profile of that limoncello in there, that's just perfectly fine. And we need some moisture, of course, for the rub to stick, because I made a beautiful rub and it consists of 1 part salt, 1 part paprika powder, 1 part onion powder, 1/4 part garlic powder, and 1/4 part ground black pepper. Mix it all up and it's done. This rub has a classic barbecue profile. And it works really well with any kind of ribs. So it's definitely gonna work well with our limoncello. Beautiful ribs, look at that. They're so gorgeous. Now as you can see, I still have the membrane on. This is optional, or you can take it off. It's always a big debate, take it off, leave it on. But honestly, it's a personal preference. If you like to leave the membrane on and you get a lot of heat in your barbecue from the bottom, then it's perfectly fine to leave them on. Even if you leave them on, sometimes they dry up like parchment and they taste freaking amazing. So, personal preference, depends on your barbecue, depends on how you like it. This time, I'm not taking them off. I know Morrison loves it this way, so we're keeping them on. My ribs are ready, so it's time to fire up our Bernhard smoker. Switch it on, turn on the knob. I'm going to be running these ribs at a temperature of around 140 to 160 degrees Celsius. It's a little on the high side, but we got so much meat and so much fat in these ribs that they're going to be juicy. They're going to be absolutely fantastic. And we want the high temperature to hit the bottom of that membrane so it turns nice and crispy while everything is juicy and melty. Ooh. You're excited, right? You're getting that like
Tingly feeling.
Let's just put the ribs on. I'm gonna close the lid and let them smoke. It's been around 4 hours and I want to check to see if my ribs are done. We're getting close, but now I get the feeling that we're there. And there's only one good way to check, and that's by poking into them to see if they're buttery soft. And look at this. You got that beautiful dried up crust on the outside. I'm gonna place them on the board and look at those beautiful bones popping out. Ooh, this is gonna be so good. But before we continue, I want you to subscribe. No. I need you to subscribe. We're almost at 500,000. We're getting there. We're racing towards it. You need to hit that button, hit the bell, follow us. Come on. You know it's good stuff. You know you want it. Why don't you just boop, go down there? And I'll, in the meantime, get this other rack of beautiful ribs off. You're done? Did you do it? All right. Now we can start slicing into them. These ribs are
Magnificent.
and that's it.
Oh man.
Look at how juicy it looks.
This is so different from the ribs I cooked the other day.
Look how thick they are. They're not. I don't think you are even allowed to call these spare ribs.
No.
Let me just cut them down on what they would look like. This is ribs with extra meat. This is normal ribs. And we have ribs with an insane amount of meat.
Cheers. That's a lot of meat.
It's more like a pork roast. Limoncello. Do you taste it? There's an awesome combination. Like, a limoncello is not like super powerful there.
No, you have to search for it.
You have to like bite into it and then you think, wow, oh, the limoncello's there too.
No.
Most of the time you get like rub first, salt, pepper, paprika powder, onion powder, all the good things. Then you get the limoncello. And that's kind of like a surprise.
But it's there. It's definitely there.
I never thought I would say this, but this is too much meat on ribs.
Yeah. I like everything. Everything is awesome, but the ribs are scary big. It's just scaring me.
They're a little bit overwhelming. The only thing I would do different next time, I would use a bag to marinate in. Because then it would take like maybe half a bottle per rib to marinate properly. Because now we wasted so much limoncello. We could have just like totally drunk. Morrison, to another successful cook.
Not so successful cook.
Who's operating the camera now?
I don't know.
So why are you here?
I just like to eat and talk.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then leave us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you patrons, thank you YouTube members. See you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
and keep on drinking. Limoncello.
Limoncello.
Dat is lekker hè? Dat is gevaarlijk.